Longtime producer and manager for the Stampeders, Mel Shaw, has passed away. I'm John Beaudin. This is Rock History Canada. Mel Shaw was 82. He died on Wednesday, January 19th. Stampeders drummer Kim Burley, whose real name is Kimball Meyer, wrote, "Just a few hours ago, we heard the passing of Mel Shaw. I write this with tears in my eyes. To Rich, Ronnie, and me, Mel was our North Star. He inspired us to believe in ourselves and guided us through the entire first phase of our career. He was a mentor, a big brother, a manager, and a friend. As he was with us, so was he to a legion of other young, hopeful musicians. He was much loved. Carry on, Mel. See you around." Ronnie King of the Stampeders posted a link to the Paragon funeral services in Regina, which we'll go into in a second. But let's remember the Stampeders, and I still say this today, were one of the most underrated performers in the history of Canadian music. When you have three guys, a power trio, they all wrote, they all sang, and Mel Shaw was the producer and the manager of what the band did in the 70s, including that first number one Canadian hit, which crossed over, by the way, to the US charts at number 8, Sweet City Woman. Just one of those warm, breezy songs, sort of a perfect driving tune. And that was 1971. That very same year, the Stampeders reached number 8 with Devil You. I think the first time as a teen that I really got how much great music they put out is when that Pink cover, I think it might have been a K-Tel, Greatest Hits for the Stampeders came out. And we heard things like, well, from 72, Monday Morning Choo Choo reached number 9 of the charts. Wild Eyes, what a rocker that was. A number 2 hit from the same year, Carry Me, Johnny Lightning, which was not a big hit but was played a lot. Speaking of Kim Burley, the soft ballad, Oh My Lady, reached number 12 on the charts. Minstrel Gypsy, number 6. These are all 73, by the way. The Stampeders had 3 hits in 1974. Running Wild, Me and My Stone, and Ramona, another rocker. Their last top 10 hit came from the album Steamin', with their take on Hit the Road Jack, reached number 6. And featured legendary DJ Wolfman Jack. New Orleans, number 35, and Playing with the Band, their first single from Hit the Road, topped at number 23. I always loved Sweet Love Bandit, a number 39 hit. Getting back to Mel Shaw. His obituary states he's a Juno Award-winning record producer, music manager, publisher, record executive who was born February 26, 1939 in Banff, Alberta. As a teen, he started performing, but moved into producing live shows. He got into managing acts and co-hosted a show on CHCT-TV, a teen dance variety show called Guys and Dolls. He was very motivated. As a young man in the 1950s, he made a deal with an engineer at a radio station, CFAC, to get in there and record after hours. Recording a tune called Mean Lover and the Swinging Sound. He created his own label in 1960, and his obituary states that it's believed to be the first rock and roll single by Calgary artist. Though the Stampeders are back together now, Mel Shaw was a producer-manager from 1965 to 1979, where they all packed into an old Cadillac limousine with a U-Haul and headed out east to Toronto. As the bio states, it was Mel Shaw who encouraged all 3 of the Stampeders to write their own songs. In the early 70s, the Stampeders won the Juno Award for Best Group and Best Composer for Sweet City Woman with Rich Dodson and Best Producer for Mel Shaw. And Shaw was nominated again for producer in 75, 76, and 78. Shaw was also a record executive, head of the Music World Creations, MWC Records, and was a founding president from 75 to 78 of CARIS, the Canadian Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences. That's the organization that presents the annual Juno Awards. He was also second president to the Canadian Independent Record Productions Association and executive director of Factor, foundation assisting Canadian talent on record. Mel and his wife Fran moved to Nashville in 1992, where he did more production. Mel Shaw was a true Canadian icon. His ideas, along with Rich Dodson, Ronnie King, and Kim Burley, created something wonderful in the history of Canadian music. And let's not forget what we just mentioned, how much of the behind-the-scene things that this man did. This channel is all about honoring great Canadian music. We're still working on our History of Canadian Music 10-part series coming up, and Mel Shaw and, of course, the Stampeders will be a big part of that. May he rest in peace. Did you know the man? Did you ever meet him? Memories of the Stampeders, who, as I mentioned, are still around and doing incredibly well. Make sure you leave your comments. Subscribe to our channel. This Canadian channel is just a fairly new outfit for us, so we need your help. And share our videos on social media. I'm John Beaudin. This is Rock History Canada. Take care of yourself.